Three, two, one.
I hate England and everything that the three lions stand for.
You mean playing shitty soccer for 90, was it 94, 95,
It's
96?
coming home. Yeah, they had to add on time that wasn't really their time. So first,
I don't get that. Like,
Italy lost. We'll start there.
well, yeah.
Cool. They got beat by a better team. Spalletti has made terrible decisions. Made 6 changes. 6 for a knockout round. 6.
Starting at what time?
Well, I don't know. It was 6 changes from the starting lineup, which was
I know, but it's like, did he? I mean, I'm assuming he didn't do anything before the half, right?
no.
Yeah.
But 6 different players started this game than they did the last game against
I got you.
Croatia.
I got you.
So he changed more than half the team that played against Croatia versus played against Switzerland. One of them was for a red card, or 2 yellows, which was our central defender, who probably one of our better players other than Gigi Donnarumma. But he was just soft,
Yeah.
no direction. They didn't know whether to press. What the fuck is going on?
Oh.
What just happened?
So, sorry, we have the U.S. men's national team on while we're
While we're doing this.
Yeah.
So the less said
we'll
about
get to the game in our last segment.
the,
but yeah.
the less said about it, better. Like he could have had
Another
clearly
dead guy.
chosen a better squad. Like he left Locatelli at home. He's I hate to say this because all Italian coaches are stubborn. Actually, all Italians are stubborn. We're all bullheaded. But last Euros, Mancini was actually able to adjust, right? And he had a massive defensive line. So
Yeah.
this Italy team was not doing anything. And then what made it worse is the Federation in Italy were like, no, we're building for the 2026 World Cup.
You got to make it first.
You don't do that at a fucking major tournament. Whatever. They got beat by a better team. Switzerland is good. Switzerland is probably going to beat England, if I had to guess.
I was going to say, but you know who that sounds like? Building for a World Cup. Sounds like us.
Well, they're losing. They're awful close to losing this youth movement that we had.
Yeah, well, we're going to get to that. Yeah.
Okay, sorry. So that was it. They got beat 2-0. They own goal 37th minute, and then it would seem to be a theme for them this year. They gave up a goal 23 seconds into the second half.
Yeah.
They gave up the fastest goal in Euro history, and now they've given up the fastest goal in the second half. Perfect. At least we're still in the record book.
Yeah.
England had no fucking right winning that game. They were second best all night long. It took, Jude Bellingham's bicycle kick was beautiful. I don't think anything after the 93rd minute should have happened.
Well, I was gonna say it's like that's the part that was sort of mind-boggling to me. I didn't watch the first half because it's kind of like now like college basketball. It's like you just got to watch the second half and you're gonna get.
Oh, I watched it all because I'm.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Well, I mean, I forget what else I was doing. I might have been finishing like Bears season 3 or whatever, but I turned it in the second half, and it was like, the ball stayed in bounds almost the entire time. There wasn't any injuries.
You know why? Well, go ahead.
And
there
then
was no stoppages.
And then when they said 6 minutes, I was like, I mean, we've seen first halves where people have gone down and been pulled off of stretchers, and they only add 1 minute.
The Italy game, and trust me, they were not coming back to win that game at all.
Yeah.
But there were goals scored, and there were 2 injury stoppages.
Sure.
Like decent ones. So I
Could
told
be
myself
4 minutes.
I told myself 6.
Yeah.
And they gave them, 3?
Yeah.
2 or 3. Again, didn't care. I kind of wanted it to be over with. The England match was the exact opposite. And I'm not bitching about, they gave them extra time and England scored. They scored a pretty beautiful goal, whatever. But it shouldn't have gotten to that point. I don't know where the fuck they got 6 minutes
No,
from.
I'm just saying,
I was thinking
I'm-
2.
I'm not. Well, I mean, at this point, yeah. Anytime you talk about it, then it's going to sound like there's like an English bias
No,
in the.
absolutely
But
not.
the you know it didn't make sense, and then
Somebody
like
else is dead.
in extra time. Yeah, see, so now there should be like 8 minutes put on at the
Should
end
be
of the
like
first.
12. Somebody died a minute ago. They stretching him off.
So,
You know, if this was the Euros, they'd get 2 minutes extra.
but that was I mean like that was the most British soccer thing ever. Like you get this ample extra time, and then you get a no look goal from one of your future stars.
A bicycle, yeah.
Which was it was beautiful, but like you can't aim with that thing because
no,
halfway
I mean, at that
through
point,
it, like
at that point, it was
you're
desperation.
staring at your foot and the ball, making sure that you make contact. You can't aim with it, and it goes in, and it was beautiful.
Yeah, it was
and
perfect.
And good on Jude Bellingham for putting everything on the line for it. And then what was it like 30 seconds later?
Well, they did that at almost the last kick of regulation.
Yeah.
To tie it, just to put it in extra time, and then like 37 seconds into extra time, Harry Kane scored a goal off of one of those corner kick pinball back across the goal in, which was that was the most Harry Kane goal ever.
And it's like
I guess my biggest gripe
you see a
is,
game like that, and it's like you do. I remember the Mickey Mantle thing, or his quote after the Pirates World Series, where he was like, "The better team lost." Like, I mean, that was, or correct me, they were playing what, Serbia, or was it
Slovakia. Serbia. Serbia was today. No. Slovenia was today. Slovakia was England.
Yeah. They played the better match.
They didn't. People would be like, "Oh, they played on the." No.
They got up, and then they protected their lead.
They played discipline, and one of the points I was going to make is all these teams that play discipline. Slovenia, they should not have been in that match against Portugal. Tomorrow will be interesting. Switzerland did the same thing. Like they played.
To give Slovenia credit, they pushed it to penalties.
Georgia scored first against Spain.
Georgia looked great. Like, they looked out of their mind.
And they lost 4-1.
Yeah.
I think there might be more people in Monroe, Louisiana that live in Georgia.
But they came out the gate playing Spain.
No fear.
Yeah. Playing in Spain style. Like, fast.
No fear.
Boom, boom, boom.
That the Turkey-Austria game is going to be so fun tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because both of those teams don't give fucks. It's either going to be really good or it'll play out like France and Belgium played out today. Which was like basically no one wants to lose. Right? Spain beat Georgia, by the way. The less said about that.
Yeah.
We'll talk about France. Germany won.
Mannschaft won.
They were clearly the better team against Denmark.
Yeah.
It's a shame that they have to play the next round. We'll talk about that in a second. So France, Belgium today.
I mean, it should have been like 6-0.
I said it off mic.
Yeah.
The announcers were hammering it home. Oh, the worst conversion rate there is. Rah, 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 rah. Okay.
Like as if they don't watch soccer like their entire lives.
Or just don't know the law of averages.
Well, but it's like you got bad juju. Once that juju turns around, then it's like every one of those goals in.
You know what needs to happen? You know what needs to happen, right?
What?
Olivier should be starting. Or brought
They did
in.
mention that at the end. They were like, yeah.
So, and they were talking about...
I will say this. So when they were talking about, like, at the end of the game...
Who's hurt? Oh, Balogun can't continue, huh?
Yeah.
So is he bringing in Pepe?
Yeah,
Sorry.
might as well.
I didn't see. They switched it before they showed the guy coming on the pitch.
How much time we got left?
Yeah, that's him. It's Pepe.
Yeah.
5 minutes.
But going back to England's game, right?
Yep.
So I understand the idea, but I get what Deschamps was doing, which was...
You mean the France game, not England.
Was that... Well, because... So ideally you would bring in your attacker so that you could get the goal before the end. But you've controlled possession. Yeah. You have more than like quadruple the shots.
They played every metric. They played. Belgium looked dangerous.
They did
on the counterattack, but that's just.
But once they got in the box, it was like.
Here we go. You ready?
Yeah.
19 shots to 5.
Right. My point.
And they both had 2 shots on goal.
So and that's what I was thinking. Like, not that he calls me up and asks me what to do, but if I were Deschamps, that would be like, I'm going to let my team play. If we get to extra time, maybe I'm making those substitutions. But we've been away from multiple goals.
There's a fine line from we're close, let's just let it go, to not putting he does what maybe this
he plays it safe. He plays it safe.
Maybe that's just one of my pet peeves about not bringing on a substitution around the 60th minute mark. I don't understand.
Well,
hold on, I want to see when it's.
My thing with that is that they weren't, the whole squad was looking good, just things weren't going their way. So if he had decided, okay, all right, I'm going to change from my well-balanced team to an attacking team, and say they don't get that goal before the end and they go into extra time, and in extra time they get the goal, right?
Right.
Now you have all attackers and you've compromised your defense. Now the French squad, they're pretty even coming off the bench.
He only made one substitution.
Yeah,
one substitution.
Yeah,
me personally, that drives
I get
me
that.
Fucking bonkers.
But I would say that I think he was playing for extra time.
I mean, once it got deep,
and they happened to get that goal in.
So both teams,
if they made extra time, I guarantee you, Giroud would have come in. I mean,
at that point, you kind of have to.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, but he took a Rabiot off, right? Yeah.
Yeah, because Rabiot's on a yellow card. Rabiot cannot play the next match.
Yeah.
Which is the dumbest fucking thing. 2 yellow cards through 4 games. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Come on.
Well, at least in this case, Rabiot, other than playing his position, wasn't doing much otherwise.
Rabiot's that guy who does the shit that he needs to do. He tracks back and makes a tackle when it needs to be made.
Right.
Or if they're covering Conte, he's going to take the ball, he's going to beat a guy off the dribble, he's going to pass it.
Yeah, no,
that's Rabiot's game. I've been watching him for fucking however many years.
But now. You got 3 other dudes on that bench that can do almost the exact same thing.
Yeah,
so.
Experience is a big thing, but he could. I can't. Oh no, I'm sorry. 1, 2.
But that's
Belgium.
But that's what
one change.
That's what you. That's what you got the little guy out there for. That little guy gets everybody on board, man.
So, I guess why the fuck isn't Kamavinga who's gonna play in place of Rabiot?
Yeah.
Fuck, hasn't he been playing? Is he hurt? Or is it because Conte and Rabiot are out there doing their thing?
Yeah, and he's coming in. He came in the first 2 games, but
you plug
again that one. I honestly, Deschamps, I think, made up in his mind, I'm playing for extra time, and it just happened. The goal went in, and then it was okay, I'm perfectly set up because now I have my solid team on the field, and we can just sit back the last 3 minutes and fuck it, and keep it from going crazy.
So I still
even if that went awry, he still had 4 more subs to bring on.
Yeah, he had a shit ton of subs. Trust me, he knows what he's doing. He's won 2 World